Corey Sandhagen breaks down how he matches up with Merab while patiently waiting to be given a date and a location. The Sandman will definitely be the next bantamweight challenging Merab for his title, and the primary reason for this is the fact that the machine has fought and beat everybody else in the top rankings who could have an argument to get the next title shot over Corey. He beat Davison in his last outing and did so pretty convincingly. Before that, his 3-fight winning streak was snapped by Umar, who then lost to Merab in the title fight that Corey could have had. Sandhagen has been unable to get over the final obstacle at the highest level every time he was given the opportunity, and he's gonna try to prevent that from happening one more time.
He's not like the most intimidating guy to go into a fight against in terms of like getting finished, outside of course, him obviously adding in some submission threats, which I'm sure he's going to continue to do or whatever. But I mean, Merab deserves a lot of respect to be put on his name, by all means. I also think too, though, that if you fight Merab in the proper way, you can you can be as much of a motherfucker to Merab as he is to everyone else. Like I've talked about this, I think, for years now, is my idea has always been to be the best well-rounded guy in the sport. And I think that it's definitely going to pay off years down the line of me facing Merab.
Rafael Fiziev was excited to hear Ignacio Bahamondes say that he's ready for a 3-round war and would like to give the fans an entertaining fight. That's exactly what Rafa's looking for, especially in front of a home crowd. His career path has been an interesting one with a lot of ups and downs that made it difficult to gauge whether he's a future title contender or just an exciting striker who'll hang around in the top 10 but never get close to a championship. He's coming off 3 losses in a row, with 2 of those being competitive fights against Justin Gaethje and 1 to Gamrot, ending prematurely due to a knee injury. He took his last fight, the rematch against Gaethje, on basically a week's notice, and that was one of the points he brought up on the pre-fight presser, saying he feels confident about showcasing the best version of him now after a full camp.
I'm excited, man. Fighting in a home. Yeah, in front of my people, front of my most of fans, you know, the people who must have supported me. And yeah, I'm just so happy to be here and fighting. I don't have to care about, you know, when only one guy in the cage want to make bonus, when only one guy in the cage want to make beautiful fights, it's sometimes it's little hard to make beautiful fight, because maybe other guys step back, try to be safe more, but when both guys want to make it, I'm just happy for that, you know. So thank you for Ignacio for that. I hope he gonna really do that and follow through his words, you know.
A member of Khabib's gym who competes in the PFL's lightweight division revealed that Khabib briefly worked with Dricus Du Plessis in his camp for the fight against Khamzat Chimaev. Rabadanov claimed that while they were working on specific drills, Khabib was able to hold Dricus down for significant amounts of time despite the difference in size and weight. That's why he believes if Khabib decided to come back to active competition, he would be very successful in the middleweight division. Since his retirement, Nurmagomedov has gained some weight. That's a natural change for most fighters who hang up the gloves for good, but some of them can make it difficult to believe that they somehow cut down to 155 not too long ago. We've seen Khabib grappling with Luke Rockhold or Corey Anderson, fighters weighing much more than him and still being able to be effective in spots. Well, now he got to grapple with Dricus as well, and his teammate was impressed. Du Plessis and Khabib having any sort of contact, let alone training together, came out of nowhere when Gadzi Rabadanov dropped this in an interview while talking about Khabib's current shape. He said logistical situation allowed Khabib to accept Dricus's invitation to give him some looks, and he accepted it. When the reporter asked him how the sessions went, here's what Rabadanov said.
Что бы люди ни говорили, вот я на полном серьезе говорю. Я верю, и я уверен, что если Khabib захочет, он запросто может там в среднем весе чемпионом стать. Я это не говорю о том, что там мой близкий человек там и так далее. Просто зная, в какой он форме, зная, на что он способен, я на 100% с уверенностью говорю, что он может стать, если захочет вернуться и стать чемпионом в среднем весе запросто.
Дрюкус, у него хорошая, но он мощный. И физика у него большая, я считаю. Вот как Khabib справлялся с ним?
Затаскал, борол, никогда не встал ни разу.
Charles Oliveira is supremely confident going into his fight against Ilia Topuria, the former lightweight champion who's looking to reclaim the championship as a significantly sized underdog against the undefeated featherweight champ making his debut at 155 has a difficult task ahead. Stylistically, this clash certainly offers some troubles to both sides here, but the danger that Charles faces is presumed to be more potent, at least in the early portion of the fight. Topuria has proven to be one of the most devastating punchers at featherweight, but we've also seen his power translated to a higher weight. Against Jai Herbert in a catchweight bout, Ilia demonstrated his punching power still being a formidable factor with a heavier opponent. Though he did suffer a heavy knockdown in that one as well. Charles's vulnerability and taking a lot of punishment early in his fights with Ilia's crisp MMA boxing and knockout power is what makes so many fans believe that the Georgian should be a heavy favorite. But Oliveira, who has devastating punching power himself, exceptional jiu-jitsu, and the record for most finishes in UFC history, plans on walking through everything Ilia has to offer and delivering a wake-up call.
You talk a lot about legacy, you mentioned it multiple times. What is the best way to win this fight for your legacy? Is it to knock out Ilia? Is it to submit him? Is it to dominate him for 5 rounds? What is going to be the best result for Charles Oliveira's legacy?
Cara, só quero vencer. Essa é real. Já tá escrito, só tenho que ir lá e buscar aquilo que é meu.
And I just want to win. You know, that it's meant to be. It's already written.
Kamaru Usman shares thoughts on his position in the UFC following his victory over Buckley, after reminding those who'd forgotten why exactly he was once considered the most dominant champion in the company. With an impressive performance over a young prospect, Usman immediately called for a title shot against whoever will come out victorious after Jack Della Maddalena and Islam Makhachev get locked into the octagon. He still maintains that position.
Henry, did you see him throwing the combinations at me?
No, I know, bro.
Jesus.
It was he like I told you, bro. I told you, man. He's like a machine gun, bro. He's like one of those, you know.
Henry, I'm just first and foremost, I'm just grateful that I was able to get another opportunity, because being off the side being not fighting for 2 years, Henry, it was very difficult to come back, because you're thinking of all these different things that could potentially happen. Are you who you say you are? Can you do what you say you can do? You know, you train it, but can you execute it on the night of? You know, so all these different things playing in your head. And then you go out there and actually do it. And that's what lets you know that, yeah, you are who you say you are. Let's turn up now. And so I'm looking to do that for sure. Like I said, I think whoever the winner of that title fight is, I'm looking for that guy. I'm looking for them.